In recent years, millions of people have become aware of the need and the value of native plants so as to support our local ecosystems. I'd like to share with you a little bit about how that works, specifically how to attract not only birds, but nesting birds. Nesting birds meaning birds that are in the process of reproduction. So what can we do to attract nesting birds to our neighborhoods? What do they need? How can we give them what they need so that they will thrive and reproduce? Because adult birds and baby birds are two different things, and what the baby birds need and what the adult birds need to eat are two different things. But what do all living things need? Let's back up a little bit. What do all living things need? They need food, water, shelter or cover, nesting materials, and a toxin-free environment. But you can have all of these things, but if you don't have food, then none of the rest matters. So we need to figure out what food is needed. So how to provide food for birds when they are reproducing, that is, feeding their young. Did you know that 96% of all terrestrial birds, that is, other than water birds, 96% of all terrestrial birds in North America rely on insects and other arthropods to complete their life cycle. Other arthropods refers mainly to spiders. So insects and spiders, and note that spiders feed on insects, so insects are just very important to 96% of all terrestrial birds in North America. And this according to M.B. Dickinson, the Field Guide to the Birds of North America. So, this is based on the work of Dr. Doug Tallamy, and he took these pictures in his home landscape with a motion-activated camera. And these are white-eyed vireos. And we're going to see about a half dozen pictures that show what are the white-eyed vireo parents bringing back to the nest. In this picture, the white-eyed vireo parent is bringing a blinded sphinx moth caterpillar, and Dr. Tallamy happens to know that that came from a black cherry tree because all these caterpillars are very specialized. So the black cherry was able to provide food for the blinded sphinx moth, which in turn provided food for the white-eyed vireo. In this picture, the white-eyed vireo is bringing home a chestnut schizura moth from the Viburnum dentatum on Dr. Tallamy's home place. In this picture, the white-eyed vireo is bringing back a drab prominent from a sycamore tree. This time, it's an 8-spotted forester from a grape. This time, it's a Lunate zale from a black cherry tree. This time, it's bringing back a caterpillar of a spicebush swallowtail butterfly that feeds off of spicebush. The spicebush swallowtail butterfly caterpillar has fake eyes on its back to try to fool birds into thinking it's a snake and therefore scary, but not all birds are fooled. This time, the white-eyed vireo is bringing back a tufted bird-dropping moth, also from the black cherry tree. And here you have happy, contented baby birds. One thing we'll note is that each caterpillar species has a specific tree or bush, usually, sometimes wildflowers and plants, but they specifically feed off of a certain species or genus, usually a genus, of tree or bush. So you need a variety and abundance in your native plants in order to have variety and abundance and stability in the food supply that feeds baby birds. For more information, and I'll cover this more in another video, but for more information go to nwf.org/nativeplantfinder. nwf.org, NWF stands for National Wildlife Federation. They have a tremendous database where you can find plants that feed the caterpillars that feed the baby birds. Conclusion: over half of the birds in North America are at serious risk of extinction. We have an opportunity to make a decisive difference in our landscapes based on the plants that we choose, especially those high-performing, high-producing native plants such as black cherry, oak, birch, maple, willow, that I'll talk about in a future episode. So that's all. Thank you.